Right, let's try something else. Let's take this nice family picture. Let us control C and control Q. Right, we'll go that image, go into the thing and power that. So we got your final game. Let's try something else. Let's get these. Right, hard to see. There it started. Hello guys, it's Kedar. So as you guys seen in preview, you guys are going to learn how to create a Python script to do exactly what you just seen in preview. Alright, so we are going to use hotkey to download images from social media. First, let's divide this project into three parts. Alright, so first thing we will need is to listen to our keyboard. So when we will be pressing any hotkeys, we want our program to respond. So it's some sort of a listener we want to listen to our keyboard. So for that, we will be using pineput, and from pineput, we'll be using keyboard. And then next thing we want is something when we will be selecting that link and then pressing an hotkey, we want that link to get in our code so that it can proceed it further. It can actually go to that link and then download that image for us. And so we will be needing some sort of bridge here. So for that, I'll be using paperclip. Right, and then last part, third part we'll be needing is we'll need something to actually go to that website and web scrap that image for us, right? So we will need some web scrap package, and for that we will be using Selenium. And there are many ways you can do this project, but I'm going to use the only packages which will make the code more simpler, easier to understand, and keep the code small as possible, right? So these all things we will be needing to create a Python script. Now let's dive straight into our project. So to create this project, you will need Python installed in your computer and any code editor which you can use of any of your choice. For in this case, in my video, I'm going to use PyCharm because I'm used to working with PyCharm when I'm using Python. Once you are in your PyCharm, you need to create a new project, and then in new project, I'm going to create a file named tut.py. Right now, and again, if you don't have your packages we are using installed here, if it shows something like XYZ started to showing you like this, you just need to go down in your terminal and install pip3, install whatever package name is, right? So first thing first, we are going to import keyboard from pineput. So from pineput keyboard. Now we will be creating a function which we want to be run or executed whenever we press that hotkey. So I'll give it the name action, and then I'm going to print it working. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an actual listener. So I'm going to use keyboard class, and inside keyboard class, I'm going to use global hotkey function, and then I'm going to pass an argument, which is an object, which is where key is going to be our actual key hotkey which we want our code to listen, and when we press that, we want action function to be executed, and then I'm going to do asterisk, and then I'm going to rec dot join. Right now, if I execute this code and actually press Control Q, we see it's going to be printing working because now we actually have created our listener. Now, next thing we want is we want to get that selected link in our programs. That is, when I select this link and then I press my hotkey, that is Control Q, I want this link to be in my program so that it can proceed it further and let's grab that image for us. Right. So for that, I'm going to use paperclip. So you have to import paperclip. All right, and then you have to just create a variable link and then give paperclip dot paste. Right, now there are many ways you can do it, but to keep the code short, I'm using paperclip. Now every time you have to process that image or download that image, first thing you need to do is keep that in your clipboard, get this link in your clipboard. So to do that, you need to Control C first and then Control Q first. Right, so when I run this code, right, and I'm going to wait a second, first we will be printing link so that you know it's getting the image. Oops, print link, right? So if I run this code and now I get into this post and I just Control C it first and then Control Q it, and then I see in terminal, you see it's getting that image for us, right? Let's try some other image, get this profile. Oh my god. All right, so this Control C and Control Q, that poor crocodile though. Right. Now we are getting the link. Now we actually want to visit that link and web scrap that post for us. So now once we have our image link, we actually want to visit that link and download that image, the full size image, right? So it's called web scraping. And so to do that, we will be using a package called Selenium. Now there are other packages as well, which are really good for web scraping like Scrappy and Beautiful Soup. We'll be using Selenium because following this video, we'll be learning lot about automation and actually sending the values like uploading the whole image on social media as well. So that's the reason we are going to use Selenium. Now to use Selenium, you need to download and WebDriver. Actually my WebDriver is also outdated, so I'm going to do along with you guys. So we need to just download Chrome driver, and in Chrome driver website you will get it. You make sure it's same as your version. You see, you go in settings and actually see what's the version of your Chrome driver. It's 98, so I'm going to download 98, right? And it's been 32. Let's go. I'm going to copy this zip inside my actual project, right? So you're going to open this project explorer, right? And then I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to extract here, right? So I got my Chrome driver here. Now let's start importing Selenium, right? So we need, and first thing we need to import is WebDriver from Selenium. So from WebDriver. Now next thing we need is service. So Selenium dot WebDriver dot Chrome dot service import service. And then last thing we need is from Selenium WebDriver dot common dot by import by. Now create a variable ser, give the function which you just imported service, and pass argument here as an right. We got the path. Now what we need to do is actually create a driver. So driver is equal to WebDriver dot Chrome, right? And then give service as ser, and that's it. So once we do that, we just need to do driver get that link. That's so easy to set up to Chrome driver in Selenium, right? Actually, there's going to a lot of options going to come further. Let's first do this, right? Let's run the script first. Okay, so Unicode can't open truncated script. What? All right, so maybe I have to do a double slash here, and that's running, right? So let's go into our image, and then I just control C it, then control Q it. Now you will see our Chrome web driver is opening and we got that image. But the problem here is it's going to open once or twice, but after that the Instagram is going to show you the login page, which means this image is going to be not viewed unless you are logged in, right? So to get over this problem, what we want is we need to create a folder called user data, right? So this is go into project really quick. In your project, I'll just already had it created. I'll delete it and I'll create a new folder here called user data. Oh god, I'm so bad. User data, right? Now once we have it, once the user data file is created, you need to create a new variable called options here, right? And then give options. So WebDriver dot Chrome options. Once you create an option variable, you need to add an argument. So options dot add argument, and then inside you need to give dash dash user data dash t equal to, and then inside that you need to give the path to the user data file you just created. So I'm going to copy this path really quick. So path and then control paste it again. Don't forget to give the double slash. It's just next thing we need to do is just give an options here equal to options, right? Now let's run the script. This time it's going to open the link and image as well, but once you do it twice or sometime you do it frequently, it start to show you the login page. It's right now it's showing, but it will ultimately give you this login page and will not proceed unless you logged in, right? That's why the whole process is about. So I'm going to click it. Now, once you logged in the file, you need to check which element has that link to the full size image. Now in this case, we have here an image element with the class ffvad. Inside we have the source which takes us to the full size image of that post, and we want this post to download, right? Now what we want is this exact source which will take us to the full size image, right? So where it is, it's inside the image element with class ffvad, and the attribute is source. So we will be create a variable source, and we will be doing driver dot find element, and then we'll be using by dot class name, and then second argument will be giving ff. Actually, I had that copied. No, I don't. Where is opening? Okay. um right, so let me just get this class and just copy it, right? And dot get attribute, and then we want that source, right? If we going to print src, it's going to print that a link to the full size image. But also one thing we want is we want to quit our driver after every time we use it, else it's going to consume our cpu and system memory, right? So we don't want that, so we'll be just quitting it. We'll create it and we'll quit it after we get our task done. Now let's run this script again, and let's go to our image, and let's control c it, and then control q it, right? It's popping up and it's quitting, right? But if you see, he got our image, right? If we open that link, it's our image link to a full size image. Now what we want is we want to download that image. Now once we have our link, we want to actually download that image, right? So we'll be using request to download it. So url lib dot request, right? We got our source on, we just only need to do url lib dot request, and then we need to actually pass the source and then the path which where we want to save our image, request dot url retrieve, right? This will actually download this link, and it will be storing, and it will store the image in this path which we'll give here. So to do that, again, go in your project folder. All right, again, I have the image already created. I'll delete it, I'll create new folder, and I'll give images here, right? I got this folder here, and then what I'll do is give this path, copy an absolute path, and then I'll give here. Again, I also need to give, the name of that image, and it can't happen like we can't download the image with the same file name, right? So it has to be unique every time. Now to get over that, uh, you actually can also give an extension here. I'm going to give .jpg. Now to keep file name unique, you will notice that in our link itself there is a one unique string right here. See, before first backslash there is a this unique link right here. So to get that link, I'll be just doing link dot split, and I'll be splitting with backslash, and I want the second last of it, right? Because it will be creating the list of that string with which will split with backslash, and then I want that second last character, because first there is null, and then there's here is our unique link. So every time you download any post, it will be stored with a unique file name. Now it's pretty much done. I just need to just give a backslash here again, and slash, sorry. Now now it's done. So let's just run this script. Right, we got our image here. We'll just control C and control Q. Right, it will actually pop up, it will open the drive, and it will download that image. But we don't want that pop up, right? Don't want that thing to pop up every time we want to download it. So there is a solution for it. I'll be telling you soon. But before that, let's just see is our image is downloaded. You see, it is downloaded with a unique string with just single hotkey. Isn't that amazing? Right, let's try something else. Just take this nice family picture. They just control C and control Q, and it will go into that link and download that image. See, storing with the unique file name again. Let's try some another. Let's get this nice picture. Control C and control Q. Right, now if we see, Here it's downloaded. Now that's so easy, but we don't want that thing to pop up every time we want to download, right? So you just have to do one thing. You just need to give option that add argument and that dash headless, but you make sure you first download the whole thing and then proceed further, then give the headless option, because if you give it before, you may not be aware about the login page it's showing, or you may not aware about the problem that it's not actually showing you the image. So if you start getting error, you just need to comment out these options, and then you will be get to know where the problem is. Now this code is only limited to Instagram, right? What if you want to download some other website, other social media websites like Pinterest, right? Now if you have this Pinterest, and if you go in Pinterest India, right, you want this awesome image again to download on your computer. You don't want to find where it is, what's the original source. You just have this link, you want to press the control key and then straight away get that image. Again, go into find the element which has the source for that full size image. You see, this is the full size image. Now all we want to do is HCL, right? But again, here you see this thing is not going to change for each and every website. Again, if you want to download image from some other site, this class name is going to change for every website for a single post. Again, for video it's going to different, for reel it's going to be a different, so you need to take care about that. And again, how to distinguish like from where it's coming, right? So it's in link itself. So if Instagram in link dot lower, right, just to be on safe side, you want this code to be executed. And I'll recommend you to use this code in a try catch block, because you don't want your whole script to crash just because of one image or some minor problem it may cause. So just give and try accept and just return it. And then again, if Instagram, so if Pinterest, hope I'm using the spelling right, Pinterest in link dot lower, okay, want to use the same block again. It's here, it's going to be elif. All right, now we here only the class name is going to change. You see, it's going to be HCL right here. Now you need to be careful with this, because that class name may change from file to file, maybe for some site, or from it's going to be changing from site to site, that's for sure. But sometimes it may be saving in with different file class name just because it has multiple image, or the format of that file, that image is different, right? So you need to be careful with that. Now let's just run this script real quick, and let's just try with printers. I have this image. Okay, I got this link. I just control C and control Q, right? Again, if we check our file, see it's getting. Now here it's the same thing again, because it has this unique name right before this backslash, and it's going to be unique for every image, right? So let's try with this Spider-Man. Control C and control Q. It's going to pop up. It's going to go in that link and download that image, right? That's it. That's pretty much it. Now the same thing will go for all other sites as well. So that was pretty much it. It was a very small and fun project, and also a beginner friendly. So if you are looking forward to start with, or you want to start with in Selenium, this is a very interesting project to start with. So hope you guys enjoyed. Click that subscribe button. There's awesome content further we have planned to upload. We are also building our website at pcbuzz.com. If you want to be a part of it, join our Discord server. Also follow us on Instagram for such awesome content as well. So till that, goodbye and peace.